everybody. Welcome back for another Tarot Tea Time. As you guys already know, this is going to be a part 2 of the Camila and Shawn Tarot Tea. We're going to be talking about their breakup because I could not believe what happened in the part 1 Tarot Tea Time reading for this couple. If you guys haven't seen it yet, before you watch this, please check it out or you can watch it after this, either one. I'm going to just put the little card right there so you guys can click on it, watch the video. It's really crazy because I recorded that episode and I talk about it in that Tarot Tea Time episode that it in fact was November 11th. It was 11/11. Now, hear ye. No, you guys, this was so nuts. On November 17th, Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes came out with an announcement that they were going to amicably, oh my gosh, they were going to amicably part ways and still stay friends, and they broke up. So what was really crazy is that when I was doing the Tarot Tea Time on Camila and Shawn, I did it because you guys requested it, and originally I was thinking this is going to be so cute, like it's going to be such a sweet reading. I wanted to give you guys like an upbeat, kind of fun, romantic reading, and I was like, this would definitely be the couple that, I would choose for that. So when I sat down originally to do the reading, that's what my mind, I wasn't in my intuition yet. I wasn't using the cards yet. That's just what my mind was, the page I was on. Then when I started to read the cards, as you guys can see from that video, I started to get really confused. And I was like trying to figure out like what was really going on, because to me, and you can see this in the reading, it was reading like two people who were just friends and they were going to work on some things together, or they had been working on some things together, and maybe they were going to make money together in the future. And that could be, now that we know everything that's come out, that could be because they have songs together that will continue to, make royalties. They may perform together in the future. So nuts though. Once they broke up on the 17th, it was just like this aha moment. I was like, okay, now it all makes sense, because essentially what the Tarot Tea Time reading was, it was something that was just the polar opposite of what all of us saw in the media. It was the polar opposite of what I thought that their relationship was like, and come to find out, that is what was going on. So I do think that they were broken up at the time that I did that reading, and then they decided to announce the breakup on the 17th, which that happens a lot with celebrities. So before we get into a very honest, true tarot reading about what really went on, what really led to the breakup, I want to share with you guys something that I found on Elle.com. You guys, Camila Cabello has mint green hair now after her breakup with Shawn. And you know what they say, you change your hair, you change your life. So hopefully, she's feeling good, feeling minty fresh with her new hair, enjoying herself, being single. A lot of people think that it's just like the worst thing in the world to break up with someone. But, I think that when you are happy with yourself, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, like you're going to be good. And there's nothing worse than staying in a relationship that isn't the right fit for you. So I actually think, like, based on this photo that is on the Elle.com website that she posted, oh my gosh, and Shawn Mendes liked it. We're going to get into all that. This to me is radiating confidence, fun, and freedom. So have you guys ever been in that situation where you are hanging on to a relationship that's toxic or that isn't really right for you? It makes you sad, but you're fighting for the relationship. You're fighting. Like you want it to work out. You just don't want to break up with them. And then it finally ends. Like the worst thing that you thought could ever happen, it happens. They really do break up with you. And then you have this sense of freedom and relief, because now you no longer have to worry about being with someone that brings you down. So I really do feel like whenever it's not a fit, even if we're in denial because we're attached or our ego's attached or we're telling ourselves some sort of story, it's always a two-way street. So when someone isn't as into you as you are into them, or vice versa, both people are not in like a positive energetic flow. And it does cause strain and stress on both people, even if one person wants to stay in the relationship, because energetically it's not a fit. That's like what a toxic relationship would be. It would be a toxic situation if we keep doing something that hurts us, right? Okay, so in this Elle.com article that just came out today, They talk about her makeover, and I'm going to read to you guys the exact breakup announcement that both of them put on their stories. I know you guys have probably already seen this or heard it. If you don't want to hear it again, you can just go below, click on the timestamp to get right into the tarot tea. But for anybody who's kind of like me, who wants a little bit of background, who likes to frame it up in their mind, listen on. All right, so here's what it said. Hey guys, we've decided to end our romantic relationship, but our love for one another as humans is stronger than ever. We started our relationship as best friends and will continue to be best friends. We so appreciate your support from the beginning and moving forward. Camila and Shawn. Okay, so here is what the article says about the breakup. Hold on, I need a little sip of my tarot tea before I get into it further, because this is juicy. Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys, while I'm taking a sip of my tarot tea, if you haven't already, please subscribe so that we can stay in touch, and be sure that you hit the notifications so that you guys don't miss any of the tarot tea. Okay, one sec. All right, let's get to it. A source told E! that Mendes initiated the conversation a little over a week ago to end things romantically. Although Cabello was very upset over the split, she agreed it was for the best, that source added. The relationship was getting stale and complacent, and they decided they are better off being friends, the source said. Entertainment Tonight got similar intel from its own source about the cause of the separation. Shawn and Camila's breakup was mutual, the ET source said. They realized they are in totally different places in their lives at this point, and it was time to end things. They're both sad about the split, but doing their best to take care of themselves, stay busy, and surround themselves by loved ones. Okay, if you guys want to check out that full article on Elle.com, I'm going to go ahead and link it below because that was my source for this info. If you want to read it for yourself, it's down there. Okay. So what I think is interesting about this whole thing is that I just feel like we were all blindsided. Now, you guys, we weren't blindsided. Hold on. Let me back up. We were blindsided too, but we were blindsided on November 11th when we did the tarot tea. The rest of the world was also blindsided along with us on November 17th. So the reason I want to do this breakup reading is because I know what we found out in the last reading, but I was like kind of mentally blocking it because I was still thinking they were together. I was like, I don't know. Okay, so I want us to understand a little bit more about what actually led to this breakup. What was the purpose of their relationship in light of everything that we know now? Let's really open our intuition up to understand more of the storyline, like what really happened between these two. All right, I need a little more of my tarot tea juice. Hold on. Got to power up. This one's going to be intense. Buckle up, you guys. We're in for a bumpy ride. Oh, and by the way, happy Sagittarius season. This is going to be a really fun time of year. Well, obviously because of the holidays, but also Sagittarius season. It's like optimistic vibes. Oh, by the way, that's why a lot of celebrities broke up during Scorpio season, because Scorpio season is when we let go of what no longer serves us. So if you made it to Sagittarius season with somebody, you're probably doing great, because this is like the time that we celebrate with the people that we love. So, fun fact, fun little tarot tea drop. All right, let's get into it. On Camila's side, what was her energy that contributed to this breakup? We're going to start with ladies first. Okay. Six of Swords. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, pretty right on the nose there, self-explanatory. If you guys can see that this woman is in a boat and she is paddling away from, so this is the Golden Girls tarot deck. If you guys watch Golden Girls, you'll know that Dorothy's ex-husband is named Stan. You guys probably can't read this, but it says Stan back here. And so this is symbolic of moving away from the past, specifically an ex. Okay, interesting. Moving away from the past and using your mental faculties, that's what these swords are, to move you into a new direction. So to me, this is telling us that her energy of being really in her head and knowing on some level that she needed to move on. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. Okay, that's what it was. Let's find out his energy. Don't worry, we're going to keep getting more clarification here. But this picture is starting to, yeah, I'm getting chills. Okay. What about Shawn led to the breakup? What about his energy led to their breakup? The moon. Sorry, I always set it down right away. And then when I watch these back, I'm like, I should have just shown you guys right away, because then like if I set it down, you can't see it. All right, sorry. Side note, the moon. So his emotions led were a contributing factor. His emotions were a contributing factor to this breakup. Also things that were hidden. Okay. So the moon card can be a symbol of deep emotions that are under the surface. The light of the moon is not as bright as the light of the sun. So things under the moonlight can be a little bit distorted. Think about when you're walking outside in the moonlight. You could think you see something, but like you might think you see a person, but it's really just a street lamp. So it's like, that's the kind of energy I want you guys to think about when I'm talking about Shawn. There were some illusions with him. I think about who he is, who he was representing himself to be in the relationship. And that could be anything, right? That could be somebody who thinks they want one thing, but they really want another thing. This can be someone who's still discovering themselves. There are things beneath the surface that they still don't quite understand about the way that they emotionally operate or what they physically need or want from someone. So I believe that, and he's still very young. So I believe that he really is still learning about what it is that he wants. And I don't think that he purposely misrepresented anything to Camila, but I do think that who he started off as in the relationship was not who he started to reveal himself to be. I really like him, by the way. Like the documentary Wonder, like gave me chills, made me cry. I think he has such a sweet spirit. He's a Leo, but he's very like soft-spoken and just such a sweet vibe. You know, we get to know ourselves in large part, I think, through relationships. Like sometimes we might think that we're one way, and then we get into a relationship and we realize like, oh, I'm actually not cool with that. Or I'm actually not as laid back as I thought. You know, so it's like, that's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing with him, there was definitely more that he started to understand about himself through the relationship with Camila. And there was more that she started to understand about him the longer that they spent together. Now, I do still think that they are soulmates because, like I said in the last video, the first tarot tea time I did on them, I do think that they look alike. If you watch that video, you'll see like, you know, just in a side-by-side, they have very similar features, very beautiful. They're both very attractive people, but I do see, and maybe it's just an intuition that I feel, and I think I see it, but I feel it or I see it. There's something there, you guys, where their connection is very, very strong. And that makes sense. They've been together 2 years. He said that he wrote all of the songs on the album Wonder about her, that he pined for her. When he first started in the music business, she was more established than he was, and he opened for Fifth Harmony. That's kind of how he got his start. So I do think that he kind of put her up on a pedestal. And I think that as they connected and got to know each other, I do think that they learned and uncovered a lot about themselves and about each other. All right, moving on. Let's see what energy did they create together that contributed to a breakup? What was their combined energy that led to a breakup? 9 of Wands, the future. You know what? I actually talked about this in the first reading too. In the last reading, I got this energy that there was something about him wanting to move forward. And I don't know now because, you know, back when I did that reading, I felt like, honestly, like he could have been wanting to move forward with her or maybe without her. But I didn't say that because I didn't want to like I don't ever want to be like mean or like negative, you know, in these readings. I just want to tell you guys what I really see to the best of my ability without like, I don't know. This is all for entertainment purposes only, as you guys know. So when I'm being really candid with you guys, though, if I'm just going to be really open and honest, I do see this energy as being two people who are looking at their future and they just don't see how they could be together in this way in the future. So I think that there just wasn't enough there as far as like true mutual. Well, let's see. What mutual what? What was missing about the future specifically? Hold on, a little tarot tea time for this. My tarot tea is my red wine, obviously. Mama's special juice. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Okay, what specifically about their future? When they both looked into the future together, well, let's do for each one. What for Camila, what for Shawn? I don't know. I'm feeling like it was different for each person. For Camila, Two of Cups. Whoa. Okay, so she did not see them together in this Two of Cups union. This is a romantic union. This is, oh, I just got chills. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting like a lot of energy and a lot of clarity on these two, you guys, because like I'm getting goosebumps on my face. I don't know if you can see it, but that's how I know, like I'm tapping into something. Two of Cups is the energy of a couple. It is the energy of marriage, long-lasting commitment. It is the excitement of a commitment that fulfills you. When she looked into the future, she did not see that. And what's interesting is I keep going back to that first reading because it really intrigued me. Like there were a lot of layers. And what I noticed about her in the first reading was that we were getting a lot of Pentacles cards. And that's like, I was getting like stability. I was getting like that she cared for him. I was getting that there was a stable energy coming from her. And I was getting from him that he was lacking passion. Like he wanted more passion. Like he's a very passionate person and that's what he wanted. And that she really craves and loves stability. And she is the kind of person that almost could be happier with stability. So I think that according to reports, like I read a second ago, he is one that initiated the breakup. I think that this is also what she wanted and what was best for her. But I think that she has a harder time walking away. She's also a Pisces sun, very emotional, dreamy. It's hard. It's really hard for water signs to walk away or disconnect. It's just so hard for them to like detach from a relationship and move on because they're very emotional. And so with her, she didn't see this Two of Cups, but I feel like it was too hard for her to let the dream go. So it's like when he broke up with her, it's like she was finally able to mourn the loss of the dream that she had for the relationship. But I don't think that she was super sad about actually losing him because I don't think that she was really happy. I mean, she was ready to move away from him anyway. So I really think that that's why, and I said this in the last reading, I think that they're going to be able to actually be friends. Like this is one of the very few couples that I believe can legitimately be friends after being involved in this way because I do see that it was truly very mutual even though she didn't want to let go. But it was really more about her coming to terms with the fact that this wasn't her person. She was almost like in love with the idea of love, in love with the idea of him and not really in love with him. So when he finally let her go, it released her to feel free and to find her joy again. Because I think that she was really feeling bogged down in the relationship. I really do. That's why we see her now, a few days later with like mint green hair, looking so saucy. I mean, she looks fabulous in my opinion. So, and I can just see her energy coming through the picture. Like she feels good. Like she's like, oh my gosh. Like, it's like she just was like, finally. So what did he not see in the future with them? What was it about the future? What was lacking when he thought about the future in a sense that, and it was lacking enough to where he really was ready to pull the plug? Like what finally was important enough to Shawn for him to say, okay, I'm ready to break up? Whoa. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting because, all right, I'm going to tell you guys the true tarot tea, but I hate it. Okay, I hate what's coming through right now. Oh my gosh, I hate this. I really don't want to tell you the truth. Hold on. I need some tarot juice before I tell you the rest of this. Oh my God. So we have Queen of Pentacles. I believe, yeah, I'm getting chills. Okay, this is what it is. I believe that he was happy in the relationship. I think that, it's like he idolized her and he had her on a pedestal. He wrote all these songs about her. He really, really wanted to be with her. Then when he finally was with her, I think that they have an amazing mutual respect, friendship, talent. I think that they both have very soft hearts and they were able to connect on a deep level. But I think that the passion, actually it said that in the article, the L.com article, that the passion like fizzled. I do think that that's what happened. I do think that once he was there with her, I think that he realized that maybe this really isn't his person. I think that that was the realization he had. And it was just, he like was also didn't want to walk away. Like, I mean, we've all been there. Like, you know, it's not right, but you don't really want to end it because you're attached, especially when you're younger, you know? Yeah. I just think that he was in that space where he really didn't see that in the future. And the Queen of Pentacles, that card that I pulled, is, I believe it's another female celebrity. The reason I say another female celebrity is because Queen of Pentacles is like someone with a lot of money. And so it's either another celebrity or a very powerful woman. I believe that there was someone else that came into his life, someone that he met, someone that he spoke with, someone that he ran into. Something happened and it woke him up. It's like he realized, wow, this person really lights me up. This person I feel very passionate about. If I'm feeling like that about this person and I don't feel that way about Camila, I have to be honest and face that within myself, and I have to be honest with her. And he knew deep down that she didn't really feel that way about him either. So it truly was just a very deep soul connection. I think that they had karma to work out together. I think they taught each other a lot of lessons. I think they could truly be themselves with each other, and it was a very healing, very affirming, very creative, positive relationship for both of them. However, it was not meant to last forever, and I think that he because he connected with this other person, I don't think he cheated or anything, by the way. I think that it was more of a realization that he could cheat or that there was someone else out there. And that is what made him say, okay, I owe it to her because I love and respect her. I owe it to myself. I'm going to end it. And I think that's what it was. Okay. Ugh, shake that off. That was intense. Okay, more tarot 2 for me. I'm going to make it another clarity card just for like another element that maybe anything we've missed, another element that led to the breakup between these two. Let's just see what we get here. Three of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. Okay, so Three of Cups is like, this can be like collaboration, but it's like an emotional, usually it's like an emotional celebration card when it's upright. Because they are in the music business, intuitively, and it was upside down, intuitively, I feel that there was a collaboration that one of them took part in that caused some friction in their relationship. And what comes to mind for me, we're going to trust the intuition on this. I'm getting chills, so we're going to trust it. I think that when Shawn Mendes collaborated with Justin Bieber, I think that it caused friction in his relationship with Camila Cabello. Now, I don't really know exactly why, but I do think that I think that it made her uncomfortable that he was on good terms with Justin Bieber, who was married to his ex-girlfriend, because he went to the Met with her, like he was like out in public with her. I mean, it was someone that he dated. It wasn't that long ago, because Haley and Justin got together and they got married very quickly. So I feel like she did not like that he was reestablishing a connection with that duo. I think it made her feel a little bit uncomfortable. I don't think she felt like she really fit in with that group. Camila Cabello doesn't really hang out with like Hailey Bieber or any of those like really Hollywood type of women. I think Camila is more of like a sensitive soul. I do think that she is very independent. I think she's very much herself. But I think she's very deep and like wise. I don't think that she really is like she likes to go out and have fun. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think she's into like the drama, the politics, the power games as much as some people might think. I think she kind of got her fill of that with Fifth Harmony. And I think that now she's just really come into her own as a woman. And I think that she likes to stay far away from like anything that could cause drama or stress. She really loves like being around her family. She really wants a committed relationship, that kind of vibe. So I think that when he started hanging out with Justin, getting on good terms with Justin and Hailey, I think that she felt very uncomfortable about that. I think she started to feel like, wait, is he reestablishing this connection because on some level he still has a crush on Haley, or like, because also their relationship wasn't going so well. So yeah, okay, that's what I think. We're going to get one more clarification on that. And then we're going to wrap up this tarot tea time because I think that we have a pretty clear understanding now. It's kind of making me sad though. Let's see what's going to happen in the future for them. Hopefully like separately. I want to get like end on a positive note. This makes me sad. All right, one more clarification. Strength reversed. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to say, I don't like this, but I'm going to say strength is the card associated with Leo because there's like a lion on this card. So Shawn Mendes is a Leo. So I'm going to say that because this is in the reverse, I feel like he got to a point in the relationship where, so at first he felt very seen, heard, understood. Then he got to a point in the relationship when he felt like he could no longer be himself. He was having to become someone that he really isn't. I think that he was starting to feel stifled. I think he was feeling, I'm getting chills. He was feeling held back. Oh my gosh. They're like, yeah. Okay. So he was feeling held back. He was feeling stifled. He wanted to roam, explore, meet new people. Sorry, it's just the truth. It's sad, but it's true. And he wanted to like spread his wings a little bit more. When he first got with her, I think that he thought that like I said, I think she was someone that he looked up to in a weird way. And then I think once they got together, he realized like she's just like an amazing person, an amazing friend. And I think that he came to discover that he still has a long way to go. Even though he does like want marriage, family, the whole 9 yards, I think that he started to feel like maybe he's missing out. Maybe there's more that he has to explore and discover before he settles down and becomes a family man, even though he does love that. The fact that the strength card was reversed, and like I see that as the Leo reverse, so I see that as him being suppressed. He was having to suppress a lot of parts of himself in order to stay in this relationship. So, and that can be interpreted in many, many ways. Okay. All right. So that's the tarot tea on that. Now let's see what's coming next for these two in love separately, of course. So first of all, Camila Cabello, what can we expect that she's going to be experiencing in her love life in the next 6 months? I don't like this. I don't like this. 3 of Wands reverse. She's going to be stuck for 6. Dang it. I feel bad. All right. So for the next 6 months, she's going to be feeling stuck. But I think that that's also a sign of healing. I think that when you go through a heartbreak, if you truly did love and care for someone, that you're going to be a little stuck for a while. So I think that is normal. Just makes me sad. So yeah, she's not really going to be thinking of the long-term future in the next 6 months. She's not going to be trying to like get a new guy. She's going to be focusing firmly like in the present. She's going to try to stay present. She's going to try to focus on her healing, which makes sense, honestly. Okay, let's see what's going to be happening for Shawn in the next 6 months. Also a reverse card. Okay, Justice reversed. So, okay. Oh, no. Are these regrets here? I'm going to need to get a clarifier on this, you guys. Again, the fact that we're getting reversed cards just 6 months after a breakup. I mean, they were together for 2 years. They even wrote songs together. This was a significant part of both of their lives. Like, he went on, and he's talked about how every song he ever wrote was about Camila. I mean, even if you're no longer in love with someone, the fact that, like, you used to feel one way and it was very defining in your life, your mindset, your career, like, you looked at them as, like, this, as, like, the ideal, and then that's gone. It's like, you've got to almost like shift who you are. So that's what this is feeling like to me. This is feeling like it was like a very serious thing. How sad. Oh, this is the one. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I need another clarifier, you guys. Okay, Queen of Swords for him. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right, so Queen of Swords is actually an energy that a lot of people do get into after a breakup, especially when they've been hurt. With him, I don't feel like he's been hurt, but I do feel like he is going to be gun shy about commitment. I know it's like kind of cliche, isn't it? But this is the tarot tea truth. I'm sorry. Like, don't shoot the messenger. I feel like he is going to be, he's going to go through a phase where he's going to be like that. I think he's going to be an F-boy. I'm sorry, he's going to go through like an F-boy phase, I think. And I hope I'm wrong. And I hope the tarot T is lying to us right now. I do hope that the cards are lying. But in my experience, the cards never lie. We just lie to ourselves. So basically, I think that he's going to go through a phase where he's going to be kind of like, he's like a John Mayer type of vibe, okay? I think he's going to date a lot of different women. I think he's going to be spotted with a lot of women. I think this is going to continue on into his 30s. Sorry, I'm just telling you the truth. And I think that the innocent, sweet Canadian man who wrote Wonder and was just like obsessed with one woman, I think he's going to spread his wings and experience and learn the ups and downs, the highs and lows of what it is to be a man and navigate relationships and test the limits of your own ego and soak up fame, if you know what I mean. And I think he's going on a little journey. And I think that once Camila sees that, it's going to help her to truly like let that go and completely release. Right now, she does not want to be with him, and this happens a lot in breakups. She doesn't want to be with him, but she feels very sad. So that makes me sad. Okay. Well, I honestly wish the best for these two. And I wish the best for all of you guys watching too. Thank you for being here, spending your time with me for this tarot tea time. I will be back with another tarot tea time the next few days. I have been doing them last week I was doing them like every single day. Then I was like, I got to slow down. I'm inundating you guys with tarot tea. Like you can't drink that much tarot tea. You know what I mean? Like tarot tea tastes amazing, but we gotta limit it. We gotta ration a little. No, I'm kidding. I think I'm gonna be doing like 2 to 3 tarot tea times a week. So anyway, be sure to subscribe and you guys listen to my podcast episode that's out. I have a really good one. And before we go, I have to tell you guys about BetterHelp. BetterHelp is sponsoring my podcast. So let me just tell you guys about it because it's just not fair that only my podcast listeners get these deals. You guys are here. You guys are sipping the tarot tea with me too. So if you're here, I'm going to give you the deals if some of them come my way, okay? So BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help, but it is professional counseling done securely online. So you can send a message to your counselor anytime and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, and you don't have to have your camera on, by the way. So this is just like super convenient. I love it. If you guys want to get a little bit of support in areas related to depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, which can be really difficult around the holidays. Trust me, I know. LGBT matters, grief, or self-esteem. There is someone at BetterHelp who can help you and support you on your journey. And we all need support. We all do. So never judge yourself if you need help, if you're feeling a little down, or you just want some encouragement. BetterHelp is something that I recommend. They're an amazing sponsor of my podcast, and it is a service that I also use. It's really convenient. It just gives me a pick-me-up. Like if something's going on and I need an outside opinion, a third-party opinion, if I'm feeling stuck, if I'm feeling anxious one day or depressed or my self-esteem's kind of low, when I talk to someone over at BetterHelp, it really is just like that little pep talk I needed to get back in my flow, get back in my groove. And it keeps me from like moving backwards on my mental health journey. You know, it's like I feel like it really does push me forward and it helps me to keep things in perspective. So I do recommend it. And if you guys want to get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/bzen, you guys can do that. So I have put the link below. Again, that's betterhelp.com/bzen to get 10% off your first month. You guys, this is a very affordable way to get mental health support. And again, sometimes our friends can only do so much. Talking to a professional really, really does help us to gain that perspective, maintain our balance, and become the successful, high-functioning, happy, healthy, loving individuals that we all want to be. Okay, you guys, again, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I've got all kinds of links below. There are more videos to watch, more tarot tea if you want it. And please leave a comment below to let me know what kind of tarot tea you guys want next. I've got a couple more that I want to do this week. So come on, give me your suggestions. All right. Mwah. Talk to you soon.